What's happening, good people? Jeff C here. Boy, oh boy, wait till you see this. Just more and more evidence to show you that so much of what is happening is being choreographed, especially the protest themselves, the violence, the escalation, the agents provocateurs. Here's a guy off Twitter, Ali here opposes Antifa, and this guy here has found that they laid out a whole huge pile of bricks right near one of the big buildings here that they want targeted for this, and he calls it out. So listen in here.
This right here?
Yeah, they put them there
This
on
the
purpose.
setup.
They put them there on purpose,
Y'all know
bro.
where we at.
They gonna set them hoes right up on the ground.
Y'all know what building this is
Come
right
on,
here.
now.
I ain't even gonna say what name it is.
Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them
This
bricks
is
go
setup.
to? Where do them bricks
We
go
gotta
to?
do better.
Ain't no damn
You
construction.
gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction around here.
I see it.
Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set a pallet of bricks right there. Oh, okay.
Listen, I did jury duty 3 months ago. Y'all don't keep no bricks right there. Do better. This right here?
Yeah, they put them there
This
on
the
purpose.
setup.
They put them there on purpose,
Y'all know where
bro.
we at.
They gonna set them hoes right up on the ground.
Y'all know what building this is
Come
right
on,
here.
now.
I ain't even gonna say what name it is.
Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them
This
bricks
is
go to?
setup.
Where do them bricks
We
go
gotta
to?
do better.
Ain't no damn
You
construction.
gotta do better.
Ain't no damn construction around here.
I see it.
Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set
Ain't no damn construction around here. Awesome work, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for showing that. And just to add more to prove it here, here's Elijah Schaefer. So we'll look at Elijah Schaefer. Breaking tonight's Dallas riot was pre-planned. Organizers were directing the crowd where to go. They had a pallet of 100 bricks ready for rioters. They were yelling to the crowd, "Go left, there are 100 bricks on the corner over there." This wasn't random chaos. More info to come. And somebody aptly putting David Rockefeller with his quote about a major crisis, right? But this is how it plays out, and I'm just so happy to see that a lot of good folk are standing up to this. Black folk are seeing this, and they're standing up to it, and they're calling it out, because it needs to be called out, because they are orchestrating this chaos in order to bring in their martial law. And this is bad for everyone, so we need to stop them from being able to do this. But great job by these two guys here filming this. And yeah, I don't know which building this is. He says you all know which building this is. I guess if you're in Dallas, you know. I don't know if it's one of the sports buildings. It looks like a really big building, so maybe it's a shopping or a big sports building or something. If you know which building it is, please leave it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. And just keep your eyes peeled. I mean, if you're going out there, and I strongly urge everyone to take every precaution necessary and abstain from this. But if you do go out there to document what's happening, keep your eyes peeled and look to see where they're directing people. What I was showing on the podcast last night was how they move the crowds around and they direct them in certain directions. And I was also pointing out that the riot police, other than using tear gas, weren't really using the typical types of anti-rioting methods, water cannons, cavalry and stuff like that. And that, I strongly suspect, is all by design, because they want these things to boil over. They want them to happen right across the country so that they can come in, declare martial law. Everyone needs to be on their guard, and everyone needs to be more vigilant than you've ever been vigilant before. We are really seeing so much manipulation happening, so we have to be at our very best and not do the things that they want us to do, and call it out. Call it out. If you are in one of these crowds and you see one of these agents provocateurs starting to smash things, call that person out, because you can turn the whole crowd against them if you call them out right away, right? Before the euphoria sets in and people just get swept away and start imitating. But I still say, don't put yourself in these dangerous situations. A lot of people are being hurt, and there's deaths that are being reported. I've seen so much violence. I covered a lot of it last night, and there's way more happening today. So anyways, let me know what you think. Of course, come and support me if you can. My Patreon link's in the description. I really appreciate that. And yeah, tell me what's happening in your neck of the woods. keep your eyes peeled, and God bless you all. See you guys all in the next one.